So Valerie, you had mentioned military, so you had saved up for a year and then decided to go into the military?
Right. I went to college right out of high school to a private university and decided that I didn't want to pay that much in tuition. So I was going to sit out for a year, save money, and transfer to a state college. And it was during that year that I was actually, I was working, went back to my college town went back to my waitressing job, because one of my roommates needed one of my friends needed a roommate. Anyway, after my waitressing shift, I was sitting on the couch watching Private Benjamin, and I remember every detail about this moment in my life, down to every thing about the living room I was sitting in, what I was eating, what I was thinking. It was just very pivotal. But I was watching Private Benjamin, starring Goldie Hawn. Not that I thought that it would be anything like the comedy, but something about the idea of going into the Army resonated with me, and called my dad the next day, and he helped me get connected to a recruiter, and that's all she wrote.
That's all she wrote. It's a core memory then.
It is.
That's amazing. So military, how did you come to go into that space?
I come from a military family. So my dad and my grandfathers were all in the service. When I grew up, there's just enough years between us that not many women in my graduating class had the option. It wasn't something that we ever talked about. So I was married to a Vietnam veteran. I could say that was the impetus, but it wasn't until I took that job at the college that I was exposed to veteran entrepreneurship and very excited to help them be a part of this program. We had 120 people that applied for it and only 40 would get a seat. So I was kind of nervous about calling them. And I started with the 40 that we had accepted, because if they didn't, then I could squeak in somebody from the 120 group.
There you go.
80 group. And every call, I wasn't prepared for the really desperate gratitude that they expressed at being accepted into the program. And I didn't know how to respond to that. I still don't know how to respond to that.
Yeah.
And so every call I made was the same exuberance and gratefulness that they could be a part of this program. And I called her, I cried after every call, and I called her and I said, I don't know how to do this. I don't know how to give them what they need. And what if I don't do it well enough? But it worked out. And that's how I ended up in veteran entrepreneurship.